Hey guys, it's Nigel here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be going over the results for one of our clients' campaigns for the last week, and it's pretty insane. So this client, before December 4th, had literally zero Google Ads data and has never ran Google Ads before. So we actually set up this account, we set up their merchant account to run shopping ads, we set up their Google Analytics account to, track attribution. And we also set up their tag manager to place, conversion tags and remarketing tags. But as you can see, this is from December 4th to December 10th. And for a Performance Max campaign, and let me just refresh the screen so you can see that it's legit results. So we spent $100 on this campaign last week, and we basically made them $1,000 with that campaign. So you can see the return on ad spend is well over 1,000%, and our conversion rate is over 8.5%. So that's a really impressive conversion rate. Personally, I believe that a good conversion rate is 5% or higher. And what you can do to get that conversion rate up is make your ads as relevant as possible, right? So we want to make sure that what the users are seeing in our ads is directly displayed on the landing page that they go on to actually make the purchase as well, right? So this company sells donuts, and if we were to advertise cakes, but they click on, the link to actually go to the website and it's a donut instead of a cake, the conversion rate isn't going to be as high as if we just labeled it donut, right? So we want to make sure that everything is congruent and everything is the same. And I've covered that in my past videos as well. But of course, even though we made $1,000 for this client from 100, Google's still going to give us an 80% optimization score. And, if I view the recommendations, they basically just want us to spend more money. So don't always do what they tell you to do in the optimization recommendations. Usually, most of the time, it's just so you spend more money because Google wants more money in their pocket, right? With that being said, guys, let's actually create a Performance Max campaign right now. So I'm going to hit the Create button here, and I'm going to hit Create Campaign. And now this is an e-commerce company. So, obviously they sell products online, so you can actually purchase these products online. So with that being said, the purpose of this campaign is to drive sales. Now, if you are a local service-based business, I recommend going with leads, but that would be in an entirely different video. So today, let's just go with sales. And we want to make sure our conversion goals are set up correctly. So we are going to actually remove begin checkout goal. We're going to remove contacts, and we're going to remove phone call leads as well. So now we're only left with purchases. So basically what the Performance Max campaign is going to track is it's only going to track purchases, nothing else. Now, when we're at the campaign type, we want to create a Performance Max campaign. And as you can see here, we can actually connect products from the Merchant Center. So all of the shopping ads, we can actually place inside our Performance Max campaign as well. So if you have your Merchant Center set up, click this button here. With naming the campaign, we're literally just going to name it Sales Performance Max. Nothing too complicated. We'll leave it pretty simple. After that's done, we'll hit continue. Now, before we get into the actual campaign structure, I want to give you some background on what a performance campaign actually is. So it's great for both e-commerce and service-based businesses. And these ads are going to appear on all of Google's channels. Okay, so it's going to pop up on search display, it's going to pop up on Gmail, Google Maps, Discovery Network, and even YouTube. Performance Max was built by Google in order to optimize and increase the number of conversions for your campaign. So they actually set it up for us, right? They want us to get more conversions, more sales, because that means more money in Google's pocket as well. And the main goal of Performance Max is it's going to be leveraging off your audience targeting. So basically your brand, right? If you know your target customers and you know who your target customers are, their gender, their maybe even their income, if they're married, their interests. Like, you can get super specific with the Performance Max campaign, and that's personally why I love it so much. As we start building our campaign, we're going to leave this at conversion value for now. And I do not recommend, setting a target ROAS until, I would say, 90 days after you have data on this campaign. So once we see, what kind of return on ad spend we can get and what our target is, that's when we're going to put it here. But for now, we're just going to let Google figure that out for us. Since this is a new account, we are unable to optimize this campaign for acquiring new customers. You can, upload a customer list if you have it, but if you don't, I would just leave this off for now, but I highly recommend you check this box if you do have that data. So let's hit next. Location. So this is completely up to you. You can target wherever you want, wherever you sell your products, right? If you only sell your products in Canada, click Canada. Or maybe, you sell your products in United States. We can go United States and target the whole country. And maybe still United States and Canada. We can do both. So you can get super targeted with your locations as well, which is nice. And as we scroll down here, we see automatically created assets. So I would leave these both on. Now, if you are making multiple Performance Max campaigns for maybe different products that you have, you can exclude some URLs. So maybe you're selling t-shirts and your website offers t-shirts and jeans. So what you might want to do is exclude the jeans section from this campaign in order to make it more optimized. So you would put the URL of where the jeans are sold on your website here, and that would basically make it so only t-shirts are popping up. More settings, you guys, this is completely up to you. You can play around with this. You can schedule the ads all day, every day, which personally I would recommend if you're an e-commerce company, right? Google will basically tell you what days are the best, what times are the best after about a month to 3 months. Once you have that data, you can tweak it and put that in your Performance Max campaign. So after that's done, we're going to hit next. And now we have an asset group. So for right now, we're like what we did in the Performance Max campaign for the client is we just threw everything together in one asset group, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't. And then once we have some initial data, we'll separate it and, add audience lists and all that good stuff. But for right now, we kind of just, left it for the wolves to see what works and what doesn't. So we're just going to leave this at asset group 1. You can name it whatever you like, but maybe we'll just leave it at asset group actually. So listing groups, you can choose, if you have set up your merchant center, you can choose which products you'd like to advertise in here. So like I was saying, if you're selling jeans and t-shirts, right, we would maybe change this to jeans, and then we'd make another asset group for t-shirts. But for right now, we're just going to leave it asset group. And you can also pick which products you want to advertise. So use a selection of products, and then you can choose, which you want to do. As we go down here, we want to put our final URL in here. So ideally the product page, if you have a multitude of products on your website, then you're just going to put the collection page on here. So where all of your products are. If you want to get really defined with it, you can do different asset groups for each product that you have. All power to you. I'm just showing you what we did to make $1,000 last week. Put your URL here. And then you also want to add any images. So we'll add some images, and this is going to be blanked out, but we'll add maybe a couple of images here just for the video's sake. Hit save. We have some images there. Logo, you want to make sure you upload your logo. Video, you want to make sure if you have a YouTube video that your company has posted, you can literally just enter the URL here. And I honestly recommend doing that because the more assets you have, the more likely you are at getting a lot more conversions. We also want to make sure we add some headlines so you can view ideas, but just keep it simple, guys. It's put yourself in the buyer's perspective, right? So if we're selling donuts in this case, we want to say buy donuts now. Another one we can do is, in this instance, we have gluten-free donuts. So we can say gluten-free donuts. As well as they have vegan donuts. So we can do vegan donuts. You guys want to make sure that you add up, all 15 headlines. The more headlines you have, the more testing you can do. And that's never a bad thing. And we can also add much longer headlines. So they give us 3 times the amount of characters that we can use in the regular headlines. So, add 5 long headlines. For example, they have custom letter donuts that you can do. So you can spell things out. So we'll do that. Custom letter donuts for wedding party. I don't know. That's something I'm thinking of. You can make different angles to your products, right? Custom letter donuts for wedding party, could be for a birthday party, could be for work party, could be anything. You can make any angle from your offer, right? So we're going to be testing different angles and seeing which one works. So input 5 long headlines and make sure you input just regular 15 headlines as well. Descriptions. Now, if you guys already have product descriptions on your website, you can literally just copy paste that in here, or you can view the ideas as well. But you want to make sure we're having keywords that are in those descriptions as well. So if we're selling donuts, we want to make sure that, it says buy a dozen donuts and get 50% off your next order or something like that, right? So short descriptions that'll make them more enticed to click, but you can always view ideas and you can always consult with other people as well. Business name, put your business name here. Site links, we want to make sure we add site links. So contact us, you can add where you're located, you can add maybe different products that they might be interested in, but you're not necessarily advertising. So with the jean and shirt example, maybe you can add a site link to the jeans in the t-shirt ad. It's all something you can think of. Call to action, I would leave this on automated, to be honest, or shop now, whichever your business goals are. But for now, I'll just leave it on automated here. So as we scroll down to signals, what you can do here is if you have keywords that are converting, so for example, buy donuts near me, we can add that in here. So if someone searches up buy donuts near me, this is going to pop up for them. And we can add even more, right? We can add fresh baked donuts near me or gluten-free donuts, right? If we have search terms that we know convert, we're going to put them in here to increase the likelihood of more conversions. Audience signal. Now this is where it gets really cool. So you guys can put in your exact target audience in here, right? So we can see, let's put in purchasers of the website. Let's put in past buyers as well. Let's put in general visitors. You know what? Let's just do all converters here. Additional signals of what we can do is this is what I was talking about. We can do interests and detailed demographics. So we can say, you know what? These guys are also really interested in food, obviously for donuts, right? Life events. Maybe they just graduated college. They want, a dozen donuts to celebrate the graduation, or maybe they're married. So for a wedding reception, they want, instead of cake, they want donuts. So we'll press that. Maybe they're purchasing a home. You guys get the point. So the main driver I want to point out here, guys, is you have to know your target customer, right? Ideally, you've already done market tests. You already know what works. You already know who buys your products, right? And this would make the process much easier, and this would allow us to see results a lot quicker. You obviously saw the results at the start of this video, right? Well over a 10x for this campaign. And that's because the client knew exactly who his target customer was, and he knew exactly who his target customer wasn't. Okay, so we can get super detailed in our targeting with that information. After you've set up your audiences and search themes, we're gonna hit next. Getting into budgets, guys, I recommend that you actually don't go with the recommended budget. Now, what I do recommend is you figure out what your cost per acquisition is. Okay, so ideally, before you run a really targeted performance max campaign, you have some data as to how much your average cost per conversion is, so how much it costs you to make a sale. And with that knowledge, we want to make that cost per conversion our daily budget. So for example, if our cost per conversion is $10, we want to make our budget $10 a day. So we want to have at least a conversion a day, right? So with it being $10, it'll be $300 a month. So I'm not actually going to start this campaign because, I just showed you that we have been running one for the last week and it's been performing amazing. But I'm just giving you the general rundown of how it works and how you can expect to build a Performance Max campaign. Now, people are going to tell you you should wait to start a Performance Max campaign once you have some data from search and shopping campaigns. But as you can see, this was literally a brand new account, okay? Nothing has been spent before this, and we got them well over a 10x ROAS in just 1 week, okay? So some people are going to tell you not to do a Performance Max campaign if you're brand new to Google Ads, you have no data whatsoever on your company. But I actually say, quite the contrary. I think you should bundle all of your assets together, all your products together, and just blast out impressions on the internet, right? And as you can see, it's been working for us. So that's my advice on the issue. And that's basically it, guys. That's how a Performance Max campaign works. And that's how we were able to generate such great results last week. I just want to show you that literally they were not running any ads whatsoever, right? That you can't even go back here because we created the account on December 12th. But before then, you can see nothing, right? And then December 4th to 10th, boom. So we know what we're doing, guys. If you'd rather just not do this yourself and rather us come in and, basically make you $1,000 first week, let me know. Book a meeting down below and we can have a chat. But yeah, guys, that's it. Google can be really, really beneficial for your business if you do it right. I didn't give you all the sauce in this video because I don't want to give my complete strategy away. But Performance Max campaign, I'll say right now, it's probably the best campaign in Google. It blasts all your assets out to people that want to see it, and it'll just really raise your conversions across the whole ad account itself. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you found this video helpful or interesting, please make sure to leave a subscribe and a like. I really appreciate it, and it just empowers me to make more videos. So without further ado, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.